Hey everyone, welcome to Tarot at 12. Hope you're all having a good day. Thank you all for joining me. I can see that there are a lot of people here already. I'm very excited. I want to say hello to a few people and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Neri, hello, how are you? And Preeti, it's always so good to see you. And of course, we have Night Reader Tarot here. Thank you so much for being here. Just to remind you guys, Night Reader has his own channel. He has a tarot show every night at 6 p.m. Eastern, but he also does Lenormand readings. So stick around because after my show is over at 1:30 to 2:30 Central Time, so a half hour after mine ends, Night Reader is going to be doing a Lenormand show. So stick around. It is really cool. But as it applies to my show, Night Reader is my moderator. He is my eyes and ears. All questions are selected randomly. Donations take priority. So if you are tired of waiting, if you want to just make sure you get your reading in, please drop a donation. My link is in the description. And any amount, and that will bump you up to priority status. I try to get as many in as I can. So let's see what we've got. I want to say hi, Poppy Chan. Hello, Elegant Girl. Nice to see you. Crazy Girl, Luna Moon, Kutika. Great to see you all. Okay. As you'll see, I have the Light Seers Tarot spread out today. And Light Seers, because I love it, but also because I need a little light. Today in central Illinois, it is pouring rain. No thunder, no lightning, no internet issues as of yet. But I do want to say ahead of time, if we do have some internet issues, I will be back. It usually freezes for, 30 seconds or a minute, and I'm coming and I come back. But if you can bear with me, and if not, I totally understand. I do apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. It is an outside issue, and trust me, AT&T does not like me. Okay, so let's get going. All right, well, first question we're going to answer for Preeti. Preeti would like to know, has Jagit's mother told Vinod's mother she will not attend Jagit's wedding? So Jagit's mom tell Vinod's mom that she's not going to the wedding. Okay, so Jagit's mom is not going. And has she told Vinod's mom? Okay, I think I got it. We're going to use Light Seers, and we're going to find out what's going on with the wedding plans. Who is going and who let who know? Okay, so Jagit's mother is not going and wanting to know if... Why do I keep doing that? I did that yesterday, too. I keep putting them way high up. Don't know what I'm doing that for. Okay, so we're looking to see. Let us see. I'm going to put that there so it doesn't fall. All right, so has she told her? I'm going to say no. I don't believe so. I do not believe so. I don't see any communication cards. I don't even see cards that look like, two people kind of talking to each other card to card. I mean, I don't see anything like that. But I am seeing that it's not going to be that big of a deal. I mean, I don't mean it's not a big deal, but I mean, it will go over without an explosive reaction is what I meant. I do see that. We've got 9 of Pentacles here, and the 9 of Pentacles is about having it all. It's really just having a lot, being proud of what you've achieved, that kind of a thing. And then here on the other end, we've got the Sun, another happy, happy, happy card. So I'm thinking Jagit is, just feeling good about Jagit's mother, feeling good about the decision. I don't think it's keeping her up at night. But I don't think she's told Vinod's mother. I think that Jagit's mother does think this is a good decision. I think that she feels it's just going to kind of be one of those things. We've got the wheel, which is going round and round. I don't think that she's very worried about it. I don't think she thinks it's going to go over badly. So therefore, she's not said anything. That's what I'm getting here. I don't see any communication cards or anything like that. So I would bet no, she has not. And I don't think she is all that deeply worried about it. Things are awkward always. When you have to say something awkward to somebody, of course you're worried a little bit. But I can see in the cards, though, that, she's feeling that it's going to blow over. That's what the wheel was showing me, that it's going to blow over. I'm not too concerned that it won't blow over. So I don't think it's happened yet. All righty. So let us move on. I hope that goes well. I know that's awkward. Like I said, I can imagine. All righty. Our next question is going to be for Elegant Girl. What actions will G make toward me? We're gonna use the Light Seers Tarot. I'm in the mood for it. So we're gonna keep using that until I'm not in the mood. All right. So what actions will G make toward me? So what is G gonna do? Elegant Girl wants to know, what is G gonna do? Okay. Alrighty. All right, G. Hi, G. What's going on? What are you doing? We got that again in the first spot. Wow. I shuffle and I sort out the cards very randomly. So that's just popping up because it wants to be heard today. That's the success card, 9 of Pentacles. That's kind of having it all, being proud of what you've accomplished, kind of showing it off too. I mean, you're wanting people to see it. It's kind of called the flaunting card. I'm seeing that here, and then next to that we have the Queen of Wands. After that we have the 3 of Swords, and then we have Temperance. Temperance is all about balance, having enough, so it's like the yin, the yang, it's bringing things together, opposite energies, and making sure that you have enough. So these two here on either end are saying very positive things. Now, what does that mean in terms of what actions will G take toward you? I'm seeing the heartbreak card here. I'm seeing the heartbreak card. But what that means, I don't think that G is going to come and break your heart. I think what it's saying is that G's got some other things going on that are potentially, I don't want to say more important because that doesn't sound good, but that are taking his attention right now. He's got some reason to kind of be feeling like things are balanced right now. I think he's got some G, or he or she, G, that sounds like a tongue twister. I think G has some things going on, things that are taking up G's attention. And I just don't think that G is really going to be moving full steam ahead. I think that, there's some other things going on that are really taking G's attention. And I feel that, again, that maybe having a relationship might be detracting from some of these good things, you see? Now, what does that mean? Will he get in touch with you? He or she get in touch with you? We've got the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands is like the CEO. She can do everything. She knows how to manage people. She knows how to make money. She knows how to make decisions. So I don't think that G sees you in a negative light, and that's why he or she won't be coming. I think it's because G's afraid that right now, well, not afraid, but G's not interested in ruining whatever this is that's going on. Whatever cool stuff that G is accomplishing, might be afraid to make a jump into a relationship, make a jump into starting something. Maybe G's time is very limited, but I see that G is thinking, he or she is thinking that you're a good match. You're not thinking negatively. There are no negative feelings that I see. That's what I'm getting, though. I think, afraid that a relationship or a dating or whatever might detract from what all the other things that are going on, which G perceives as going very well. So, well, good luck with that. I hope that changes around. Again, the tarot reads the energy of the moment. Things can change. We all have free will, obviously. So, things can change. And nice thing about the tarot is we get some insight, and that way we can kind of readjust if we need to, It's really a good tool. All right. Aneri would like to know, would I have success if I started my own YouTube channel? Well, Aneri, what I'm going to say to you, I don't even know what your channel is and what kind of plans you have, but I'm just going to tell you from my own experience, do your research, see what times would be good and what would be involved, find out about the platform, that kind of research, yes, but just do it. Just do it. Every channel is going to have growing pains. That's how we learn. I am a perfect testimonial to that, as I am new. And if you've been watching me since the beginning, I've already changed a few things, and you kind of work out those growing pains as you go. But let's find out what the tarot thinks. Will there be some success if Aneri started a YouTube channel? Let's just see. You know what you might want to do too, depending on what area what kind of topic you're wanting to do. Watch how other people are running their chats, how they set it up, and even ask questions like, well, what platform are you using? What streaming platform? You have to get one of those, little details that are not difficult, but stuff you wouldn't know about unless you're doing this, That's what I did. And Night Reader Tarot, who is here, as we all know, is been instrumental. I mean, he's really been a mentor to me. And that's how I got to know him. I mean, asking him questions about things. And then we hit it off, and now we're tarot besties, right? Okay. So, will you have success if you start your own channel? I see here the Ace of Cups. That's a new opportunity for love. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean romance. That could mean something that you love, something near and dear to your heart. This would be your idea for this channel. Here we have the Hierophant. Can't say that. Hierophant. And this is telling me, this is actually kind of weird because that's almost what I just said. This is saying about ritual, about tradition. This is saying, you got to kind of see where other people who are doing the same topic, where they are. You don't want to, duplicate it and do it exactly, but learn from people who are successful, see what they're doing, and then tweak it and make it your own. In terms of the tarot community, we all have different styles. Tarot cards are tarot cards, no matter which channel you go to, but we all have different styles. We have different interpretations of the cards. We all have our different insights, and we also have different ways of communicating. So therefore, each one is different, but it's like a puzzle piece where we all make a whole. And the same would be for you. So the ritual, the tradition, is what you're wanting to look for. You're wanting to see what people are doing, and then the Tower, and then change it up, make it your own. Learn from people, learn from their mistakes, learn from their successes, find out, and then tweak it, make it your own. And then here we have the Ten of Wands. That makes perfect sense. It's going to be some work. You're going to have to do some work to get it set up, but each day you do it, it gets easier each day. It gets faster because you've now got a system. And then you might have a wonderful friend and colleague like Night Reader Tarot. But you see what I'm saying? It is work. This guy here is carrying all these wands. A lot of work, heavy, walking. But guess what? He's walking. He's carrying them. He can do it. So be prepared that there will be some work to start. We've got a lot of heat going on here. So things are going to be cooking. I think things are going to take off pretty quickly. I think you're going to need to tweak some things, make it your own, and be ready and willing, be committed. If you set a time slot, make it your time slot, start slow. When I first started, I was doing every other Wednesday. That's how I started. Pretty quickly, I changed it. It just wasn't working. But that's what I mean about growing pains. So do it. I say do it. What's the worst that's going to happen? You stop doing it? Okay. And then you start over again? Okay. Just do it. Do it, do it, do it. Now, I am just giving my personal opinion. I am also telling you my interpretation of the cards. I want you all to make your best decisions. Use your best judgment, to make your decisions The tarot is good for insight. Bouncing some ideas off somebody and getting their advice is insight, but you make your decision based on what you know. You make good decisions. So, all right, Aneri, I hope that helps, and I'm excited. I want to see what your channel is. You'll have to let me know. Preeti, hello, how are you? Oh, we did this one. Did I bump? Oh, okay, that one, that's okay. That one just got repeated. I'm sorry. Let's go move on. I was so excited. I'm like, I thought I already saw you. My brain. Okay, Poppy Chan would like to know what is coming up in my career. We're going to stick with lights ears. I'm in a lights ears mood. Okay, Poppy Chan. What is coming up in Poppy's career? What can Poppy expect? Now, you guys, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, I'd like to invite you to please subscribe. I'd like to keep you in the loop when I do videos. I have my scheduled show, but I also do pop-up videos and things that aren't necessarily scheduled that I'd love to keep you in the loop about. So please hit subscribe, and welcome to the family. All right, so what's going on, coming up, I should say, in Poppy's career? Well, something's going to be coming fast, though. I know that. Oh, I got this one again in the same spot. Very strange. Hanged Man. Okay. Awesome. Okay. What's coming up in your career? I think there's going to be some things coming up that will be kind of coming at you that it's happening almost quickly, so quickly that if you make a choice too quickly, it's going to lead to this. It's going to lead to a broken heart, right? I think to avoid that, now things are coming quickly. So I don't know if you've got a lot of applications out there, if you've got, I'm assuming you're looking for a new job. But if it's in your current position, I think perhaps some changes might be coming that you're ready to take advantage of to kind of move that career forward at your current place. If you're looking for something else, I think there's going to be a lot of things kind of rushing in. And the advice from the tarot here is don't choose too quickly, because then, you could end up in a position where you're feeling worse than you were in the first job or when you weren't employed, or you see what I mean? So don't move too quickly. Think about it. That's what our Hanged Man is saying here at the end. Think about it. Make sure to look at things from all perspectives. Now, obviously, looking for a job, you're anxious to have the job. I mean, not only is it that you might, you're wanting to work, you need money or whatever. You don't make that decision too quickly, though, and look at all of the different possibilities. We have bookends. We've got this looking at things differently, but we also have the Five of Cups. This is saying that there's something that you're not seeing. You're only looking at some things and missing other things, which goes hand in hand with looking at things differently. Look, I can't say it enough. It sounds kind of elementary, but write a list, do pros and cons, and think outside of the box. Don't just think, well, do I like these hours, or is the pay okay? Think about the actual duties. Think about, well, what does it feel like to be doing that day after day after day after day? You have to really be realistic with yourself, kind of step outside yourself and imagine you're talking to a friend. We always have wise, sage advice for friends, but we don't apply it to ourselves, right? So write a list or whatever works for you, but really be looking at things differently, because I think some things are coming, and I think they're coming fast. But if you don't do the work, you might end up with choosing something too quickly and being sorry. So that's what I'm seeing. Well, that's encouraging. Lots of things coming, huh? That's encouraging. But no matter how much is coming, there's only one right one. There's only one that's good that you want. And, you try to make the best decisions that you can in the moment. When we make a decision that ends up being the wrong decision, we just got to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try again. It's all part of the learning journey. I can't stress that enough. From a person who's made lots of mistakes and had lots of impatience, I have learned this lesson all too well, and I will share it with you, my friends. Sounds kind of preachy. I didn't mean to sound preachy. I'm just sharing my wisdom. Okay, so let's see. We don't have any donations at the moment, so we're going to move on to Luna Moon. Luna Moon would like to know what will happen in August between the Scorpio and me. No contact. All right, so let us see. Okay. What is going on, Scorpio? Okay. I want to know in August what's going to happen. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Scorpio is not in contact. Okay. Now look at this. This is really cool. We've got the 2 of Wands here with the 3 of Wands. What these two mean, and obviously they're the 2 and the 3, so they're one after each other in the suit. The suit itself is telling the story of an event, and it starts with the ace, it ends with the 10, and that's the completion. Of course, we have the court cards after that, but that's not what we're talking about here. 2 and 3. This card signifies an inner journey, kind of looking within and trying to decide where to go. From that inner journey, the next one is the 3, saying, all right, I'm ready. Now let's plan that journey. See, so it's kind of so it's sort of like a 2-stage, punch, 1, 2. It's like figuring it out inside. What do I need? What do I want? And then making the decision to go ahead and move forward. I'm seeing with the King of Wands here, that's confirming something I was just about to say. I'm seeing that there's some thought about it. There is something going on internally, trying to figure out what the next best move is. But I see that internal journey as moving to the next step. I mean, you can't see that more clearly. 2, 3, it's coming right there. So this internal work, that whatever that is, whatever is going on in Scorpio's mind, he or she, I'm sure, is thinking about what to do. I mean, no contact is still thinking about you because they're deciding not to contact you, right? So I think that there's some thinking going on, and there is a plan on what to do. Now, contact, obviously with Corona, it might be just an internet message or a text or something like that. I don't know how far involved you guys were in the first place. So I don't know what that's going to entail. I don't know if it's a phone call, if they stop by, ask you out on a date, just send you a text, hey, how you doing? But I believe that that's what's being thought about now. I think that idea is really coming into play now. Whatever has been decided is really kind of coming into play. I see it as a positive indication that you will get some contact. The reason I say that is because, let's start back here and I'll explain. Internal work for a journey, figuring out what to do next from something inside. Then deciding, okay, I know what I want to do. How do I do it? The Empress. Now I'm nurturing that idea. I'm figuring it out. I'm growing it. I'm making it happen. And then it goes right into the King of Wands. The King of Wands, he represents somebody who is, he's got it all together. He knows what he's doing. He is successful. He is well-liked. So again, a very well-rounded person. So, Scorpio, I'm not saying Scorpio is necessarily the King of Wands, but that's the direction he or she wants to be in. So the success, that's where you want to be too. You want the success of the King of Wands. So I am thinking that you are going to hear something. It looks to me like there's been some real thinking about it and planning it out, but it's ballooning. I mean, here she's obviously pregnant and it's a baby too, but look, it's in there. It's not a baby. It's the world. It's everything. Look what she's doing, thinking about her world. So it's kind of all coming into the direction that's desired by both of you. And so therefore I feel confident to say that I do think something might happen. You might get some contact in August. In August, which is literally around the corner. So good luck. I hope that you get some contact from Scorpio. It looks like August is very, very possible. Very possible. Okie doke. Let us move on. I hope that helped. All right, as I move along, we've got Anjali would like to know, will V enter my life again? No contact for a while. Not sure if there's any feelings. What's with these people no contacting? I'm not liking that. I stick up for my crew. All right, V, what is going on? Are you ever going to be coming back? Or is this just a move on kind of thing? What are we doing here? We need some insight. We need some insight from Anjali. Okay. We're gonna see what kind of advice we can get. Alrighty. Anjali would like to know. What? We keep getting that, don't we? Pretty interesting. Okay. So, all right. So, contact. Let me see here. We have quite a bit of, we've got 2 pentacles. And I have 3. Sorry about that. We've got 3 pentacles. So that's coming through very strong. Pentacles is the suit of resources, time, energy, money, work, things like that. Here we have the 6 of Cups. This is nostalgia. So what I'm seeing here is I think that it is probably likely time to move on. I'm thinking that you're kind of thinking about a nostalgic kind of standpoint, but regular life is the focus. I think that, you know, you are probably imagining the times you had or the times you could still have, reminiscing on, ruminating on the feelings that you had. But all of these cards are showing me that it is time to pay attention to the rest of your life. The 9 of Pentacles, that's about being successful. That's about building your craft, learning your craft, showing off your success in a positive way. Next to that, we have the King. The King is also somebody who has success. This is somebody who's very successful, but, you know, self-sufficient, can take care of themselves. And here, this is the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 is about helping others, helping yourself. This is very clear to me. I think what the tarot is suggesting is it's time to focus on yourself. You can keep this memory for yourself and enjoy it. It's in your little photo box in your mind, and that's good. That's okay. But I think the tarot is saying it's time to put that one in the memory box and focus on yourself. You're going to be successful. You're going to have some great things are coming, and it looks like you're actually working on some other things too. Focus on that. Focus on that. And then, you know, energies change. If things, you know, something could change. I mean, you might bump into V, you know, somewhere down the road and things stir up again. But as of now, the tarot is suggesting that this is a real time to really focus on yourself. So try to do that and try not to, you know, overthink and be stuck on that. And hey, if it's meant to happen, it will. It will. It will come back along. All righty. So let us keep on moving. I don't see. There we go. Unique Rima. When will I get my new job? All right. We're looking for a new job. And we're wanting to know when. When's the new job coming? All right. We're going to do this one a little differently. We're still going to do 4 cards, but I'm going to do it a little differently. I want to get a better idea on timeline. So we're going to do quarters. I'm going to do 4 cards. They're going to be quarters of 3 months. Now, I can't do it any other way than just 1, 2, 3, 4 because of my viewing window. If we were in person, I would set it up differently. But this is the first 3 months, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, and 9 to 12, okay? We're doing this a little different. We're getting a card for each time frame, okay? Now, let's see, 1 to 3. Will I get my new job? I think there's going to be some waiting. I think you're waiting still in the 1 to 3 month range. We're going to see what they all say, and then we can dig a little deeper. 5 of Cups. I think you're also waiting. I think that's another waiting card. So that's 3 to 6. Let's see, 6 to 9. 6 to 9, you might have an offer. 6 to 9, you might be deciding between two things. Okay. And then this, you're ready to go. This is it. You're ready to go. So I'm thinking what this is saying is in the 6 to 9 month range, you're going to have some opportunities presented. You might even have a choice between two. This is something that would be coming in. Then here, right after that, the 9 to 12 month spot, you're off and running. Now you're chasing this motorcycle, you know. So what you've done in this card would be like, okay, I'm ready to go. I've got my thing on my back here. I got my shoes on. I got my motorcycle. Starts the motorcycle, and he forgot to, you know, hold on to the handlebars. So the motorcycle ran off. What does that mean? That means you need to have a plan. Before you just take off running, you need a plan. So that pairs with this very nicely. Thinking about all the things you need to take into consideration when you accept a job. Obviously the hours, the pay, you know, those kinds of things. So make a plan for yourself, whether that means set a budget, whether that means do a pro and cons list like we talked about, or anything in between. So it could just be a personal decision. It could be a financial or resource decision, meaning budget, that kind of thing. Plan before your motorcycle runs away without you. Now, here we're saying it's not going to happen here. 1 to 3, 3 to 6. Then we've got the 4 of Cups. Now, the 4 of Cups is kind of being bored with what you've got. So that doesn't sound like an offer coming in, right? 5 of Cups is not seeing what's right in front of you. I think there are some things you might have applied for that you're not going to be getting, that you're going to be thinking, oh no, and you're going to be upset about it or whatever. But you're not realizing there's more out there. See, she's upset because this is all in here. But look she's got that right behind her. All these spilled cups going down there. She's forgetting one right there that she's just not even seeing. So I think in the 3 to 6 month range, you really need to keep your eyes open, keep your mind open. There's going to be something perhaps that you're focused on that you didn't get that might be kind of a disappointment. But I think there's something even better that you're maybe not even seeing. So, you know, sometimes it's about rephrasing our skills, you know, not lying or anything like that or misleading, but it's like thinking of them in a different way, like working with people and, you know, things like that. You know, you have to think, is this included? Can I include that on my resume? You know, so think about the skills. Do a skills list. Pro and con is always a good one, but do a skills list. Like, what do you know how to do? And then think about all the other ways it could be expressed or what you could call it, you know, what other skill set it also involves. And you might open up your resume to lots of other things. I used to be a recruiter, so I've done a little bit of everything, let me tell you. I was a recruiter for a couple years, and, you know, I used to look at resumes all the time. So I can say that, you know, your resume and the skills you list, especially with electronic bots now that sift through some things, you really got to have those skills on there that get highlighted. Good luck. All righty. Sadie would like to know, will I receive good news this weekend? Ooh, this weekend. Let's see, what day is today? Thursday. So we've got another, actually, depending on where you are in the world, I don't know. Here for me, it's 12:34 on a Thursday, 12:34 p.m., so lunchtime. I did eat lunch before we started the show. I didn't know if you guys were hearing my grumbling stomach, but I was. Okay. Good news this weekend for Sadie. We want to know. Sadie going to get some good news. What is coming up this weekend? Whoops. There we go. Okay. All right. Alrighty. All right. I am seeing that there is something potentially good coming this weekend. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, and that is traditionally a success card. That is, remember when I talked about the Nine of Pentacles just in the last reading, or the one right before, the success and the flaunt? This is the one right after it. This is saying, I now have achieved it. I have accomplished it. This is great success. Look at, there's the family and the dog. We've got some sacred geometry going on in there. So everything's in alignment. So I think something good is coming for you this weekend. Good news. I don't see opportunity cards, but this could include an opportunity. But I do think that this is going to require some deep thought on your part. We've got the high priestess here, and that's always a little bit of mystery. But it's also about knowing that the cycles of life do move on. So I don't think this is going to be time where you're going to have to think about things that are like life and death, or, huge, pros and cons type of thing. But I do think, you need to kind of see, I don't know what the news is, but it's looking really good. And it looks like it might have something to do with your everyday life, which could be work, home. So I think what this is saying is that you do need to kind of think about it full cycle. Whatever's happening, you want to be able to take advantage of whatever good news this is. So be able to think about it full cycle and how you can use this to your advantage, not just the moment of being excited about receiving something, but how can you keep this going? How can you serve the greater good? That kind of a thing. Here we have bookends. We've got the King of Cups. He clearly, by the picture, is doing some really deep thinking, right? He is the king of emotions. So he's the king of love. He's the king of happiness, all those emotional things. Typically, it's a very strong love card. But I think that this means it's something that's going to make you very happy. I don't think this is announcing a love declaration at the moment. I do think, though, that what you're going to hear has something to do that will make you happy. And it's going to involve some paying attention to the details. And I think that's where our high priestess comes into play, thinking about it. If you notice, these pentacles on this card, even this has the phases of the moon, the high priestess. Now, this deck is a little different, but typically you see the phases of the moon with her. And look, she's got a little tiara thing and, the stars going up. So it's very strongly suggesting something about cycles. That things come around, things go around. But I think you're going to need to do some thinking about it. I think you're going to need to spend some alone time. But I think that happiness, there's some good news coming. I think this is ultimately something about your day-to-day life is what I'm getting. Now, it could mean family. That's part of your life too. So if you're planning on, like, if you're buying a house, if you're wanting to kind of move in with somebody, if you're, one of those kinds of love things involving your daily life, that's looking real possible. But I do think you're getting some good news about your everyday life, something that affects your time, your resources, or your money. Okay, well, exciting. This weekend's right here. I'm anxious to see what might be coming in for you. Okay, let me see what the next question is. All right, so we've got Bhavya would like to know what changes are ahead of me. So let's find out. We're going to keep going with the light seers because I love it. All right, what changes are ahead of me? And we want to know what's coming up for Bhavya. All right, let's find out. If you guys are the questions are selected very randomly. It is definitely a random selection. If you are feeling like you want to bump up in line, you're tired of waiting, go ahead and drop a donation of any amount, and that will put you up to priority status. I am very impatient myself, so I get that. I get it. What changes are ahead of me? We've got the King of Cups again. Ooh, I see some good changes are coming. Okay, I see some good changes. It looks to me like you're going to have to make a decision coming up. I think something's coming up that you're going to have to decide. You're going to need to keep things in balance. We have the Justice card here, which is, well, clearly she has the scales there. So keep things in balance, but be ready to be fair. And even when that's not popular decision, you're going to have to be ready to make that, whether it's a popular or an unpopular decision. I think there's something really coming in. 7 here, we have the 7 of Pentacles. This is about growing things. I think that you have some things that you've been working on, and something's going to be popping. I think something's going to pop for you. Something's going to break through. Look at, these are seeds, and they're going to pop through the soil. I think you've been nurturing something, you've been growing something, you've been doing something, and I think that you can expect that that's going to come to fruition. I think you can see some success that way. Here, I'm seeing that you're going to be able, something's going to happen that you are going, possibly from this. Now I'm just thinking, this that you're growing, you're going to really be able to take, that's going to take off. We've got the Magician, that's the manifester. That's the one who makes things happen. So whatever you might be working on, whatever seeds you're planting, I think that's going to be very successful. And I think in terms of what you should be doing, waiting for these changes, is just take them in stride. I think you need to be able to kind of just flow like water. Let it flow. Let it flow. It's important to have a thought out plan. It's important to know what you need, research what you need to research. But at the same time, we adapt just like water. We can flow. We can flow around things. Be ready that you might need to let things flow. But I see some really great things coming. I see a decision, and I see something you've been working on is really going to take off. I see something definitely. And the advice here, go with the flow. Go with the flow. Do your planning, do your research, whatever that looks like for you, but go with the flow. When there's challenges, when there's bumps, go with the flow. Just go with the flow. All right, so we will move on. All right, for those of you who might not have heard me in the beginning, you should stick around after the show. A half hour after this show ends, the Night Reader Tarot will be doing a special daytime edition of his show, and he's going to be doing Lenormand readings. Very cool. You've got to see this. It's different than tarot, but it's like a cousin to the tarot, let's say. Different, but very cool. Involving cards. Bring your questions. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. Okay. So why doesn't he want me? Does he love me or not? Okay, Christina wants to know, why doesn't he want me? And does he love me or not? What is going on with him? Let's find out. All right. Does he love me or not? Let's find out. All right, let's see. Let's find out what he's doing. 2 of Cups. Broken heart. New opportunity. Solitude. Okay, so let's put this together. Why does he love me or not? I'm seeing that I think he has somebody else in mind. I see the love here, but it's right next to the 3 of Hearts. This here is telling me that there is some thought, there is something going on, but I think it's leading to your feeling like this, and then again, it's the broken heart. I mean, obviously we know what that means, but it can also be just feeling torn. I mean, look at her, the heart's being pulled apart. I mean, you might be feeling really torn in different directions. And what this spread is saying, though, is you have so many awesome things coming. Look at this. You're like trapped, wrapped up in this dude. You're screaming. Your heart's being torn apart. You don't even know what he's doing. Why should you be feeling like crap here, screaming and crying, and he's off? La 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 la. No, no. Why doesn't he want you? Why don't you want him? Bye-bye. Because you've got the Ace of Wands here. This is a new opportunity for growth. It's running right into our Hermit. The Hermit is wise. The Hermit knows the way. The Hermit has the lantern, and other people guided toward the Hermit. This is you. This is you. And by waiting and watching and thinking, and you're hurting yourself, and you're making this not happen. You see what I'm saying? So the cards are saying, bye. Make your own decisions. Of course, these are cards, but this is what they're saying to me, that, that you should really think about that. Think about that. Don't make a decision just based on this reading, but really kind of think about that. What are you closing yourself off to just because you're sitting here waiting? You're sitting there waiting for him. Don't let other people have that much power over you. No, you're in charge of you. I know you want this. I know you might have liked this. I know you're waiting for this, and it would make you happy, you think, to get this. But why should he have all the power to leave you sitting like that when you could be doing this? You see? All right. Well, good luck. Use your best judgment. Evaluate it. I don't know him. I don't know you personally, so I can't be in your head, and I don't know your relationship. I don't know your friendship. So obviously, use your best judgment, but the cards are really saying, pay attention to yourself. There's some real opportunity to grow there that you might not be seeing because you're just focusing on him or where he is or what he's doing or what he's thinking. No, he doesn't get to have that power over you. Okay, so let's move on. We're going to see what the next question is. Let me say hello to a few people I haven't seen here at the bottom. Tana, hello. Christina, Bradley, nice to see you. Empress Daisy, I like your name. Maria, how are you? Anjali, ooh, I love that, Anjali. All right. Amaris, hello. I do like to say hello, and I'm sorry if I'm not greeting you. I'm very focused on the cards, and I am seeing you, though, and I do appreciate you. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Tana would like to know any messages from my angels. Let's see what you might be getting. Okay, let us find out what messages from angels for Tana. Okay. Messages from angels for Tana. We would like to know if there are any messages coming in. Okay, we want swords. Oh, wow. Swords. Swords are messages. Ace of Wands again. 9 of Swords. 8 of Wands, excuse me. Okay. So we do have some messages. We've got the 8 of Swords. A lot of times that's about being trapped in your own head, trapped by your own thoughts. Here we have the Ace of Wands right next to that card, and that is all about a new opportunity for growth. Followed by the 9 of Swords. Look at this. We have this. It almost looks like it's perfectly done this way, like they totally match, right? 1, 2. We've got 3, 4. I think what this is saying is any messages that are coming in from your angels, you're kind of, I've talked before once about having a calm, still mind, to be open to receiving things. I think that, yes, you are being asked to not overthink everything, because you're almost creating a little too much noise in your mind. We need a quiet mind for the angels to be able to come and speak to you, for you to be able to get those messages, to download information, however you describe it to yourself. You need to be able to let that line of communication remain open. And the way we do that is by not having all the static, all the noise. What is the static? What is the noise? All of our thoughts, whether they're, negative thoughts, even positive thoughts. I mean, of course, you're, not saying don't think or not to think positive, but I mean, when you're really you need to be in a calm space. And I'm sure you probably know this. I mean, I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't know. But I am seeing, if you can do that, kind of get out of your own way, that your angels are trying to tell you that you have an opportunity to grow. This is a huge opportunity coming in that's going fast. I mean, look at this. I mean, if you put them next to each other, they practically match, right? So it's saying, don't overthink it. Get out of your own way and listen, because the message is telling you how to grow. Your angels are trying to tell you something about how you can move forward and grow. This is the suit of growth. It's also the suit of effort. So we've got the effort here. The effort's coming fast. This is the Eight of Wands. It's really going fast. So they are trying to tell you something for your betterment. But I think you've got some confusion or noise. You got all these birds flying in there. It's just ruining the peace. Look at, and she's even got a pillow. So she's like, still can't even sleep. She's waiting for the messages. Okay. So what that's saying to me is kind of get out of your own way, quiet your mind, because your angels do have a message that is going to be able to allow you to grow. It's going to take you to the next level. Okay. So let us see what is next. Good luck with that. Nighttime is always a really good time for me, like in bed, assuming I don't fall asleep right when I start thinking. Oops. All righty. Let us see what is next. Hello, Cat Channel. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. If you have not already hit subscribe, I invite you to do so. We'd love to keep in touch so you know what kind of cool things we're doing. Let's see. I'm losing my place. There we go. All right, we want to see, Angel would like to know, when am I going to meet a new love interest? You know what? I'm going to move on from light seers. I used it almost the whole show, but now I want to do a pre-Raphaelite. We're going to say, when are you going to meet a new love interest? We're going to do the same 4 quarters. Because this helps me get a little bit better timeline. The quarters, again, first quarter is going to be 1 to 3 months, then 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12. I'm going to lay them out left to right because I don't have much room. We're going to see what's up. All right, guys, and these are mini readings. If you want to get down deeper and, clarify some things and get a little bit, more involved, shoot me an email. It's in the description. I do private readings. I do 20 minutes for $30, but I'll let you in on a secret. I go way over 20 minutes, almost always. That's way upwards of that. So keep that in mind. Shoot me an email if you want to get some more details. All right, we've got 1 to 3 months here. And then here we have the Knight of Wands. This is about energy. This is about passion. This is about, really getting things done, being somebody who's outgoing, who tells it like it is. Now let's see what else we've got, because that's in the 1 to 3 spot. These cards are slippery. All right, 3. We have the 3 of Wands in the 3 to 6 month spot. That's looking out and deciding how to start a journey. Okay. So I think, well, let's move on. I don't want to say what I think until we see the rest. Oh, no way. Look at this one snuck in my deck. It's not even a car. How did that happen? I select those. I get those out of there. Well, obviously not. Let's pick a new one. Let's pick a new one for 3 to 6. We can't use that one because I already declared it. So we're going to declare this one 6 to 9. 6 to 9. Sorry about that. I don't even know how that happened. I'm usually really good. All righty. So we've got our Hermit again. We've got our Hermit. And then we've got our Page of Swords. Okay. So what I'm seeing, when are you going to meet a new love interest? I'm thinking 1 to 3 months. That's when you're going to see something come in. Now, I think that this is going to seem pretty clear what to do when you meet this person. But I have a feeling that you're still going to be left kind of thinking, I'm not quite sure where it's going. In the 3 to 6 month range, you are looking out, kind of trying to figure out, where do I go with this? Where do I go? Then here in the 6 to 9 month range, we have the Hermit. That's about kind of self-reflection, figuring it out, lighting the way. Again, the lantern is lighting the way, but it's also being, that wise, comfortable kind of solitude. It's not like, oh, I'm alone and I'm in a box and nobody wants to see me. It's about, I'm doing that wise work. And then here, again, the Page of Swords. This is somebody who is bringing news. Swords are moving pretty quickly. So this is something that is exciting, something that's coming. It's about opportunity, manifestation. So what I'm seeing then, we're going to go ahead and put it together. 1 to 3, I think you're going to meet somebody. But I don't think that's going to be taken off too great. I think that you're going to be doing some thinking about it, and you're going to decide that this guy is a nope. I think that's what's going to happen. And then I think here, you're going to be meeting somebody else in the 9 to 12 month range. So I think in the next 12 months, I see 2 people of significance. This first one does not look like it's going to be for you. He's going to be real blunt. He's going to be real straightforward. I don't know if that's going to rub you the wrong way or what's going to happen there, but you're going to be deciding what to do with that. And I think you're going to ultimately decide it's not for you. And then I see somebody else coming in with some real potential coming in. Okay. All right, Angel. Hope that helps. Hope that helps. All right, so let's see. What else are we going to be able to do today? Let's look. Amaris, how does Tyler feel about me? Amaris wants to know. Let's do Arcanum. Yeah, I don't know. Light Seers was the right way to go for this, and now I'm ready to do something else. So let's see. How does Tyler feel about Amaris? Alrighty, let us find out. Let's find out, what is Tyler doing? How does Tyler feel about Amaris? All right. Don't forget, guys, after my show, stick around. Night Reader Tarot is going to be doing Lenormand readings from 1:30 to 2:30 Central Time. So a half hour after this one ends, his will begin. It's very cool. It's different than tarot, but very similar in the sense that it uses cards. It is a form of divination. Very cool. You got to see it. Okay. How is Tyler feeling about you? Well, I see something big is coming up, a big change. That's what the Tower means. A big change, the closing of a chapter, things like that. I think you are going to be going through a period of waiting. I think this is a time where you're kind of just trying to figure it out. Obviously, you asked the question, so you're not really sure about how he feels about you. I think with some quiet reflection, you are going to kind of just figure out what it is that you want. You got to really, we all always try to see like what will make somebody else like us, what will make somebody else happy. You got to remember what's going to make you happy. Don't be so focused. This is a job interview, so to speak. That's what dating is, and if they pass the first interview, you call them back for a second one and give them a third and you offer them the job. This is something you have to think, do you want them? How do you feel? And I think that's what's going on here. You're kind of caught between 2 things, 2 thoughts, 2 points of view. Maybe you're not as into Tyler as you think you are. Maybe you are. Don't know, but I think there's something going on there. And then here, this is the reflection card. You really kind of got to get calm about it. And I can't stress it enough. You have to decide, what do you want? And if you got to work too hard to change yourself to be a certain way, that's not the way it goes. That's not right. But I do think you're going to come to that conclusion that's going to be successful, because doing this work is going to lead to a big change. You got the big change. And what's the big change going to lead to? The Page of Wands. Page of Wands, that's news. We've got news again. Page of Wands is all about potential. It's all about, new ideas coming to fruition. It's also about being brave and jumping right in. See, so if you've done this internal work, and maybe Tyler is the one for you but do that work. Really think about it. And like I said earlier, pretend you're giving advice to a friend when you're giving advice to yourself. The advice we give a friend is very different. We don't follow our own advice, do we? So pretend you're talking to a friend. Really think about, not only do you really want Tyler, but also just kind of think in general terms. What do I want? And I think coming to, some soul, I don't want to say soul searching, but just kind of reflection, that's going to create a change that's going to bring somebody here right to you. Now, is this Tyler? I'm not sure. Is this somebody else? I'm not sure. But it's going to make something happen. But this needs to happen first. I do think that, you got to kind of figure out what it is you want. Use the job interview thing I just said. It's first date's the first interview, second date's the second interview, and the third is the job offer. Do they get it? If you have not heard from Tyler, if this is a crush situation where you're just still waiting to hear about you, I didn't see anything about what he's doing. That was all you. That was all you. The only one that I saw that wasn't you was the one on the end, and that's who's coming. Now, again, is that Tyler? Not quite sure, but that's somebody. Something's coming. Something is coming. All right. We are going to go ahead and we're going to do one more question. We are running out of time. The hour is up, and I am going to see. Let's see. Yursa Showcat. Love reading for the rest of 2020. All righty. We're going to do our 4-card quarters. We're going to do quarters. And what deck are we going to use? You know what? To round off the night, we are going to do the Light Seers Tarot. We're going to do 4 cards. We're going to do 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12. And we're going to get an idea for the whole year for love. Okay, let's just see what we can see. Okay. All right. I'm going to stack them up. All right, there we go. All right. Yusra. I hope I'm saying you're right. I apologize if I'm not. I'm so sorry. I try. I can't pronounce a lot of things, even when people tell me how to pronounce them. So how's that sound? All right. So 1 to 3. Love reading. All right. Ace of Pentacles. That's a new opportunity for wealth. That's new wealth coming your way. Let's see what's in the 3 to 6. 3 to 6. Temperance. We've got balance. Let's see what's next, and then we'll put it together. Queen of Wands. She's awesome. The Queen of Wands is representative of somebody who is well-liked, is a leader, has great ideas, charisma, enthusiasm. That's what that means. And then here we have the wheel. What comes around goes around, the cycle of life. But it also means the completion of a project. So let's put this together. 1 to 3 months. And this is all in respect to love. We're gonna talk about it. Now, this is an opportunity to, for your everyday life type of resources. It usually means new wealth is heading to you. At this point, I think 1 to 3 months, you're gonna kind of settle into the right way to do things in terms of dating. I mean, you're going to be comfortable with the work. I don't know if you're dating online or if you got a lot of people at work you're interested in, that kind of a thing. I see that as, something new is coming that affects your daily life. Now, that could mean you're going to meet somebody in just a regular, everyday kind of work situation or life, bump into them at the grocery store kind of thing. Here in the 3 to 6 month range, we've got balance. We've got everything's enough. I think this is going to be a month for you. That's where you are just going to be with yourself, going to get to know yourself better, enjoy yourself, get yourself into balance. And then here we have this wonderful Queen of Wands here. Now, again, don't let the gender fool you. It doesn't have to be a woman or a man, or that's a woman. It doesn't have to be just for the cards. And think of the personality. And this is what we're talking about, the qualities that I'm talking about. are either applying to you or applying to somebody else, and we piece it together with the rest of the cards. Now, Queen of Wands, as I described, somebody who has it all. I think this is when you can expect to have it all. I think in the 6 to 9 month range, you're going to be thinking something's going to be looking pretty good. I think you're going to be with somebody, have met somebody. I think that's when it's going to happen. And then here in the 9 to 12, I think that's when you're kind of firming it up. So I would say, oh, you said the rest of 2020. I'm sorry, I did it a whole year. Well, we can apply it that way. I didn't do it that way. I'm so sorry. I read it for 2020. Well, it still applies. So we can see here that if we shorten it up into weeks, we could do weeks. I don't know how to do that. I feel like I need to just stick with the way it is, because I did ask the question and that's how it came out. So we got to go with it. So it will come, completion. I think that this portion is when things are going to really be happening for you. This is when you're going to be with this person. This is when you're going to really firm it up into that committed relationship. Here, what it's saying is get it in balance. You've got some stuff going on that you need to get in balance. It could be personal work. It could be things within yourself. It could be just your regular day-to-day life. It could be like, okay, I have some things to take care of, or things that are taking my attention. I can't focus on being with people now, that kind of a thing. So let's just say, now again, I did 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12. That's a year out. The rest of 2020, this is, August, September, October, November, December, January. We've got 6 months left. So let's do this just to keep it out. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Let's do a 5 and 6. That was my fault, and I'm sorry. So 5 and 6, it's not going to show, so I'm going to have to squeeze it. So month 3, month 4 is where I think things are happening. Okay, and then 5 and 6. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's where I think things are happening, is the 3 and 4 months. Then we've got 5 and 6. 5, it's the Knight of Wands. Things are really going to be taken off. I think this is where you seal the deal. This is where your boyfriend and girlfriend, or girlfriend and girlfriend, whatever. I don't know if it's male or female person, but that's where you're going to firm it up. That's where it's feeling like we're going somewhere. This is where it takes off. And this is where you have the opportunity to create a future, or create a living situation, a marriage, that kind of thing, whichever direction you're trying to take it to. That's where you'll be able to take it. That's looking like December. So did that make sense? I had to break it up like that because it was in order. I asked the tarot to answer me in order. So I had to add some months there. So I'm sorry, I read it wrong. But that's where we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it's 2021. All right. Well, you got some good stuff coming up. That's awesome. All right, my friends, I think we are at the end of the hour. So we went over a few minutes. I want to remind you, in just about 20 minutes, head over to Night Reader Tarot's channel. He's going to be doing Lenormand readings for an hour. Very cool. You've got to check it out. Please, before you head out, hit subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. I'd love to stay in touch with you. And please join me again tomorrow for Tarot at 12. Thank you for being here.